Today is the day that I say goodbye to Adobe products. It is actually a bit of a sad day. I have been using Adobe products for my video editing, and most importantly, I use Adobe Audition quite a lot for my actual audio work. Alongside Pro Tools and Logic, I use Adobe Audition as a 2-track editor for cleaning, for noise removal, for microscopic work on WAV files, and it is a brilliant program. How did we get to this point? Now, first off, as always, I am not slagging Adobe. They are a great company. They make amazing products. And of course, if you're a designer or a photographer, you can't live without their products. Well, I suppose you can technically, because there are some good alternatives out there. But I have been using Adobe products since I can't remember when. And more importantly, from around 2007, I've been teaching Adobe products such as Premiere, After Effects, and Audition. So I have a lot invested in their products. Also, as a result of my teaching, I was able to get their products on the staff educational discount, which was a bonus. But roll forward to 2020, I started to do some calculations in my head because their subscription model just kind of sucks. I like a lot of subscription models. I'm starting to think, some are good, but when you start to do some of the maths, you go, actually, I am spending a fortune. If you've seen any of my videos on me selling my gear and cutting down on plugins, I'm also applying that mentality to my financials as well. I'm trying to consolidate my financials. 2020 has been a really hard year because things like gigging have disappeared and much of my income has disappeared in some regards. Luckily, I have multiple pots, but it's been a bit of a shock to the system. So I've been going through my finances with a fine tooth comb, and I started to look at my Adobe subscription. So I have an Adobe subscription, I have a Plugin Alliance subscription, I have a Pro Tools Avid subscription. I've got quite a few subscriptions going on. And when you look at that, it goes, it starts to add up. And then I looked at my Adobe one specifically and I go, you know what? I'm paying quite a lot of money here to use primarily 2 products, Premiere and Audition. So I went onto their website and go, well, there must be a kind of offer to just use those, maybe your own package of a few products that you want to use at a lower price, which there kind of is. And this is the point where I started to, feel like I need to move on a little bit here. Because first off, I knew I could replace Premiere. I could get by, at the very least, using iMovie to do some of the things I need to do. And also there is DaVinci Resolve, which is free and that does, the majority of everything I need to do outside of Premiere. So I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking, well, maybe I could just take Audition because I do use that quite a lot. And I'd kind of feel like I would be lost without it. So I looked at an option for just Audition, and that came out £5 a month less than me having every software application from Adobe under the sun. And it's like, one is £26 and one is £20. I guess I understand the concept of having everything for a slightly lower price, but it just seemed that the proportions were slightly out. To me, if you just wanted to use one application out of the suite, maybe around the £10 a month, thinking about things like Pro Tools, £10 a month, I wouldn't have even blinked an eyelid. I'd be saving £15 a month, nearly £180 a year. That's quite a big saving. For all those, I just want to use that one product. And £100 or £180 for a wave editor is not too bad. I then took another step backwards. I started to go, you know what? Let me add up how much I have spent with Adobe over the last. I went back 7 years since I started on a subscription, and it's just shy of £2,500. And I went, that is it now. It's one of those things, it's been a direct debit, a bit like a gym that's been going out, and I haven't thought about it. But as soon as you start to do the cold hard math, it's like £2,500 to use video editor basically, because I don't do that much heavy lifting. That's not what I need to do. And an audio editor. And I was like, sorry guys, that to me is the end of the line. It's going to be a sharp learning curve. I'm going to have to learn some other applications. From a business perspective, from a personal financial perspective, it's like there's no question I had to leave Adobe. So what did I go to? Well, very simply, for my video editing, straight in DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to figure out a few things that I commonly do in Premiere and set up my templates again for my videos. But again, financially, I'm going to be saving a fortune because that is free. And if you need a video editor that does most basic video editing functions, lovely color suite, lovely audio tools, there you go. Job done. Tick. I am now saving money. Audition was the hard one. So I went and took some advice on this, and straight out the bat, Isotope RX8 came into it, and it does all the things that I need to do. I use a lot of batch processing, which again, Audition does really, really well. Batch processing in terms of running multiple configurations of plugins in one go and doing that to multiple files, or just multiple exports of, say, converting 100 files into MP3 files. Just drag the folder, hit MP3, all your WAVs get turned into MP3. I do those kind of things quite a lot of the time. So it was reassuring to find out that I could do that in RX. I already had an account with Isotope because I use a lot of their other plugins. It was a no-brainer. I got a fantastic deal, which was about the same as a year's worth subscription to just Audition. And that was it. I'm gone. Sorry, Adobe. I know you probably don't care. You're targeting big businesses, but I am a small business. And I have been using your programs. I've been teaching your programs loyally for quite a lot of years, and it just seems a bit of a kick in teeth, your subscription model. There should be a version, if you just want to use one of your programs, that's a lot less than, say, £20 a month. And that's on the educational discount as well. It's a hard pill to swallow, particularly in these difficult times. So, love to hear your Audition stories, love to hear your alternatives to Adobe products, because once you start looking, I found alternatives to Photoshop, I've found alternatives to Spark, I found alternatives to Lightroom. So there are alternatives out there, and they're free and they're pretty good. I go, Adobe, you don't care about me. I know you care about the big corporations, but I'm kind of sad. I felt some loyalty to you, but as soon as I did those maths, it just didn't make sense. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts on the subject. Most importantly, take care, my friends, and I will catch you later.